Hello and welcome to Flory Models. Here we are with you on Friday the 23rd of October 2020. After another fantastic week, as you can see, we have been pushing on with this huge weighty lump. If you haven't been following us, this is a replica of Chewbacca's Bowcaster, which is my current project I'm working on at the moment. And to say it's a lesson in filling, sanding, filling and sanding is an absolute understatement. This is solid resin and a couple of bits of metal. In fact, there's a lot of metal scaffolding holding this up inside because we've drilled and pinned, trying to give it a little bit more strength right the way through. But it certainly feels the part. It looks the part. We've got a lot to go on this one, but I think the light is definitely at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully, after I've done the show with you, we're going to get this thing sanded down, blended in. There's a final bit of filler left to go on this one, and then we're going to be making our way of getting it into paint proper. Obviously, it's had a coat of primer just to check it all over, but we are somewhat getting there. We've got a couple of accessories to come with this one as well, just to make it a little bit better. In fact, that is the wrong way around. It should be that way around. As you can see, nothing is actually stuck at the moment. It's all literally a loose fit, but it is somewhat getting there. You can see on here, this side, we haven't actually put the screws and bolts in there yet, because obviously we've got real screws and bolts to go in here, which we're actually putting into the resin, as you can see on this side. Again, it's just a little bit of fun. I enjoy making these. I make these as my hobby, weirdly. But yeah, we've done quite a few over the year. I've done proper blasters, and obviously did the DL44 with you guys, a couple of other smaller props and things like that. But I enjoy doing them. They're a lot of fun, and again, it's pure artistic license. So this isn't Chewbacca's Bowcaster. This is just a Wookiee blaster as I'm doing it. So I'm going to make it a little bit mine as well. So we're going to add a few little details to it just to sort of, you know, perhaps, I don't know, just give it a little bit more life, shall we say, and stuff like that. Okay, so anyway, that is literally how we started, as you can see, on part one last week. If I just move that out of the way because it is way too heavy. Okay, so that was us on Tuesday. There was no show on Monday because, to be honest with you, I was still sanding and filling and going through the motions of all of that one. But anyway, there we go. That's on Tuesday's Q&A show. As you can see down on there, as I say, you can see the Bowcaster in its neat resin form at the back once we'd got it somewhat together, as always. So anyway, on Tuesday it's the Q&A day. We went through loads of your questions as well. Hopefully we've got you some good advice and info out. Don't forget, if you want any of your questions answered, please post them up into the Flory Models Ask Phil area. I do it every Tuesday, and I'll keep going as long as there's questions there. So it may be a half-hour show, it may be a 4-hour show, just depending on the questions that we've actually got for that week. But it's my chance of actually demoing bits and pieces here as well. So if you're thinking of something, get it in there before half an hour before I record the show, put it like that, because before I've had it where I thought I'd love to demo that, but I need to set it up and clear space, especially when we're working on big projects like that at the same time. So if you have got something, post it up earlier rather than later, okay? And then that way I can make a little bit of room, spare some time, and obviously edit it and things like that as well to be able to get it up. Anyway, great questions as always. You can go off and see that one right now. On Wednesday, it was obviously the PM show. Me and Matt, lots of laughs, lots of giggles. I think we did about an hour again, seems to be our standard thing. We were talking about the specials that we've now got up on the PM store, and obviously some of the offers we've gotten on there. To be honest, that thumbnail, don't read too much, some of those have sold out now. But again, if you want to join us and talking all things kits related like that, and obviously the industry as a whole, obviously your feedback, your questions about modelling as in the sort of, you know, sales side rather than the technical building side, then obviously feel free to post up questions for me and Matt on the PM store, and we'll answer as many as we possibly can as we make our way through. Lots of things coming on with that one, as we said before. Just to recap, Halloween, Saturday, obviously 31st of October, we're having a PM auction. If you've ever seen one of our auctions before, you'll know they are very light-hearted. They're supposed to be funny, entertaining, and then hopefully you guys can get some bargains at the same time, okay? So if you want to join us for that, it's going to be 7 o'clock on the 31st of October, okay? It is going to be a Halloween special. Me and the entire team and Matt will be dressing up, so it'll be fun to join us just for that alone, I should think. As I say, we'll have a few beers and have a few giggles, and then hopefully get you a few bargains out there as well. We obviously spoke about as well Telford. That's obviously the big one that's coming up, which will be the week after that as well. So again, this is one of those ones going to be slightly different, obviously not having a show this year, so hopefully we're going to bring you a show. So it's going to start on the actual Friday night, which would have been Telford weekend, as we normally do. We're going to have a few beers, a few drinks, have a few giggles, and discuss things with you guys as well. Totally laid back evening. And then hopefully what we're going to do is obviously Saturday morning, we're going to do 9 till 12, and then we'll be demoing something as well. So we're going to be showing something on there from that point of view. Okay, then we're going to do a show in the afternoon, so we'll be back with you between 2 and 5, and then we'll be back in the evening from 7 till 9. Okay, and then on the Sunday we're going to do the morning, obviously 9 till 12, and then 2 till 5 on Sunday as well. So really we're going to keep you fulfilled with the Telford weekend, and hopefully you guys can showcase some of your great work, get involved with us. We're doing lots of demos, lots of things as well, and obviously the big thing is we're going to be doing loads of stuff. So I'm going to be doing some prize giveaways from Flory model side of things as well. So if you want to get involved with that, make sure you tune in for it. Obviously some sales, some deals, you name it, we've got it. Obviously the PM store, I'll be doing discount codes and promos, special items, you know, flash sales, various things like that as well. So if you want to join us for those, please do. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're ramping up for that one as we make our way through. Speaking of which, last night was the live show with me, Andy and Nathan, as you can see, having a giggle as always on there. Great questions. We've showcased some brilliant models as always on that one. It is live, it is free to watch as well, so if you want to tune in and join in with those, please feel free as well. Again, live every Thursday night at 7:30 till around about 9, 9:30, something else like that. And then last night we were giving sneaky clues away for next year's group builds and SIGs. As I say, we've done the final list of them. We've got it down packed exactly what we're going to do. So if you want to join in with those as well, we'll be announcing the SIGs and group builds, the dates, when and wheres, and all the details of them, which we're actually going to do on the Friday night before the Telford weekend, if you like, for our laid back show. So it will be live for me and the guys, and we'll talk you right the way through. And obviously the new rules, because as I said before, I'm tightening up the rules on it. Not only do people take the mick, quite frankly, and there's obviously a lot of people who don't do in the full ethos, shall we say, of the group builds, about doing full builds and various things and then getting the medals for it and all stuff like that. So going to be tightening up the rules this year. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. It needs to be done. It's been very relaxed over the last few years, but now it's time to sort of crack the hammer a little bit. So as I said, we've got some really good, interesting group builds, but they're going to be a lot more confined about what you can do and what you can't do and stuff like that. So definitely. And I have to say, it came in last night and I was supposed to do it on last night's live show, and the box was here throughout the entire the show and I forgot to show it. I have had a delivery from the nice people at PM Models. So you might have realised I haven't done any reviews this week at all, and that's purely because I haven't had any. You know, literally I'm out of reviews and stuff like that. So if I just can find a bit of a thing here, I would say I'll hide the address and all the rest of it, but there's not a lot of point things, it's all over the internet. Okay, so in box one, it's amazing the amount of people watch on YouTube, live unboxings and stuff like that. Okay, okay, right, so I'll tell you what, I'll move the box because it's taking up far too much screen, and we can go through exactly what we've got in here. So obviously these reviews will be coming up next week. In one, we can see we've got the brand new Rodin B36 Peacemaker. Again, this is one of those kits where I'm just making sure Matt's not having a giggle. Oh, there is something in it. There we go. I was just a bit concerned that there was something, not a kit in there, because it seems to be moving around. But anyway, a very iconic aircraft, and let's face it, we've all spoken about the giant 1/48 scale version. The 72nd one is just massive anyway. This actually might be a nice scale. I've got a feeling it'll be what I call cutting mat size, so it should fit in here. It's going to be less than 50 centimetres. But again, weird box art. If you can see this, it's like holographic. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. You see, it's a bit holographic-y the way it is. So yeah, with the northern lights behind it. So anyway, we've got that. My word, Matt has really sent me quite a lot. Okay, we've also got reviews for this little guy. Okay, so this is the Bedford. And obviously it's the Water Bowser one as well, as you can see down in there. So it's a 200-gallon version. Again, very, very nice indeed. So we'll have a review of that coming up very, very soon. We've also got the weapons set. Actually, that's a lot bigger. This is the great thing about doing reviews and showing you guys, really, is that when you see it on the screen, you're never quite sure how big it is. That is a solid chunk, and it feels quite heavy as well. And considering it's just guns, I thought it was going to be a tiny, thin, flimsy little box. It's not. So yes, that's the weapon sets. So yeah, we'll be looking at those next week. We've also got a mouse. Everyone loves a mouse. Again, should be quite interesting on that one. I've heard things about it and never seen one of those ones before. So we've got one of those. We've also got the figure sets we were talking about. Again, good solid boxes. So again, we've got the Special Forces ones there. We've also got the normal infantry ones. Again, very nice indeed. Okay, we've got my thinners. Cheers, Matt. I was getting low on self-leveling thinners. Okay, we've got some of those. We'll do those in a minute. That we've done a review on already. Thanks, Matt. He's returning my one as well. Okay, so that's nice. Oh, I tell you, it's a big box. Too big for camera. That is a massive box, actually, compared to what I was thinking. So there we go. That is, this bubble's wrapped stuff to the back, the Eddard Reeboks Limited Edition MiG-19. So again, very, very nice indeed. That's a big old box in there. Some very interesting markings and things. So yes, well done. Looks like we get some nice bits of resin in there as well. Okay, so we'll be looking at that one. We've also got, we showed this one. This is that, we were calling it the Banana Splits buggy. But as I say, we've got the ATMP, which is all-terrain something people probably. There we go, one of those. So we'll be looking at that as well. I'll do my homework clearly. Okay. The Comet, little tiny Comet, as you can see. Really nice. See, these are 72nd scale ones. And I was saying, really very nice. Lincoln length tracks, various parts in there. Looks very good. Be interesting to do the review on that one. We've also got a couple of tools. As I say, we haven't done tool time for ages, so it's nice to do these. So single blade nippers, these are dirt cheap, and obviously, you know, as we know, I've got stupid Godhounds ones, the Display ones, which are quite nice. I've got about 4 or 5 different manufacturers from various pricing, from 85 quid down to these, which are cheap as chips. But it'd be interesting to see how good these are, because these are single edge cutters. We've also got one of these as well. We speak about these a lot. This is the micro rivet punch set. Okay, so again, be interesting to see about those ones for doing all your riveting details and stuff. Again, you can go and they get very expensive very quick, but as we know, Master Tools, cheap. And also, we've got one of these, which is a little mini grinder. It's a USB one, so it's going to be a little sort of 5-volt thing, and but apparently it's really good. So this is one of those ones where Matt's got one, I'm having one. If it's any good, we'll stock them in the PM store. But obviously, for the moment, we want to see just how good it actually is. But because it's cordless, you know, like at the moment, my biggest bugbear, because I've been using it a lot clearly, is with this one. It's wired, yeah, but my killer thing is that obviously I have it plugged in over the other side just there, and when I'm using it, as you can see, there's not a lot of slack on here, and it pulls around. So if I'm like, okay, we'll put that over there and we're like this, that happens all the time. Okay, so it'd be nice to have, like I say, a cordless one. So nice for us, they have actually come up with a cordless little grinder. Again, Master Tools means it's not going to be massively expensive. What I'll do is I'm going to do I'll do a quick unboxing, and I'll record it, and I'll use it for a good couple of weeks, and then I'll put the review out, because there's no point just plugging it in and playing, because it will just work. I want to know how long this thing lasts, the durability of it, the battery life, what it can and can't do. Obviously I do a lot of drilling in resin and stuff, so that's always a test for it, because it sometimes can be quite hard work. So yes, give us some time with it, and I'll do a full review in about 2 weeks on it once I've used it, so I know. So it's not just a case of, yeah, it's fantastic, because it might blow up within a week. But anyway, we've got the other tools and other bits coming out as well. So next week, that little lot is going to be coming as reviews, so strap yourself in for it. Also, I've got another delivery coming in, which has all got all my MRAP bits, because my next build for normal models, shall we say, instead of stuff like that, is actually an MRAP. So, and I've got all the goodies coming for it as well. Love that thing. For instance, the day I did the review on it, which was a little while ago now, but anyway, Gary sending me the kit with all the bits and pieces with it as well. Hopefully it'll be here today. So from that point of view, it'll be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. I might even do a little bit of a diorama base for it, something else like that. But it's a fantastic looking vehicle. It's beautiful because you can open it all up and show all the goodies and all the detail inside it as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting on with that one. that is about it. It doesn't seem like we've done a lot this week, but I've just seemed to be up to my neck in resin dust with working on that and going through the motions of it. I have still got to change my filter, which is something I'm going to record and show for you guys as well. I know you shouldn't, because it validates your warranty and stuff like that, but to be honest, I've been using fake filters now for the last 4 or 5 years in it, and it still works absolutely fine. So anyway, I'll show you about that one as well. So that'll probably be up with you next week. Next part of the Bowcaster, part 3. Hopefully it'll be in paint by the time you get to it. And we'll be up with you on Monday. And again, as always, Tuesday questions, I'll be back with you. Wednesday, it's me and Matt's live show in there for PM Models on the store side of things. And then obviously Thursday night, it will be actual live show with me and the guys make our way through. And then obviously Fridays, you catch up with me. So every weekday, you get a little something. Plus, all next week, I'll have every day up with you a review. Okay, so it'll be something making its way through. So loads of reviews coming as we make our way through. And again, Tuesday, I'll do a little bit of tool time with these with you as well. As always, on a Friday, I'm going to leave you with your great work for the gallery. So until Monday, everybody, happy modelling. Take care.
Wasted, my heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing and keep your words naked. You got me blushing, and you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. For the answers, no.